This is Baja. That's me, Dana Brown, and this is my father, Bruce. In 1962, Dad and his friend Del Cannon journeyed down the Baja Peninsula of Mexico. No pavement, 1,000 miles. It was a trip a few California adventurers took and would spawn the Baja 1000. Today, that adventure remains. People still come to Baja, a place that defies time. It can transform, bond, or hurt you. The tradition is still alive, the degree of difficulty no less. I returned to Baja to follow 4 riders, 2 first-timers, Marcus Boyle and Mike Plator, as well as Baja veteran Mark Daniels, led by my good friend, motorcycle legend Carlin Dunn, and his mentor, Chris Eberts, aka Big Daddy.
I started hanging out with Big Daddy's son. We became really good friends, and his whole thing was going down to Baja. And I met Chris, and Chris took me under his wing and brought me down here and changed my life.
South of the border on that first morning, you're feeling fresh, feeling invincible.
I'm gonna do a big jump, show off, and I squirreled out. The only thing that got hurt was my dignity, my ego.
Child, you know it's hard. Living here ain't so easy. You know it's hard, and it ain't gonna get any easier.
Been down here a couple of times, but usually just flew in and stayed on a beach somewhere and took off, drank margaritas for a few days or whatever. And this is a whole nother trip, just seeing all types of stuff I've never seen before, and going for places that most people don't see.
I'd like to come down 6 times a year to ride Mexico, even if there's just 3-day rides, unsupported. Just live out of the backpack for 3 or 4 days. It's a lot of fun.
Buckle up, man, let's go for a ride. This bumpy road goes from high. Can't get no rest, you know you're so tired when those...
Chris Eberts would usually be riding, but having broken his femur, he was the chase vehicle, making sure the boys had meals and that their bikes were running.
It's kind of nice just chilling on the chase crew. They're relying on my, knowledge of where to go and what to do, because I have so much experience down here.
Living here ain't so easy. You know it's hard. It ain't gonna get any...
I always thought riding motorcycle was better than sex, because sex can only last so long, and down here I can ride my bike forever. It just keeps on going on and on and on. And just you just don't even think about pain or anything else. It's just pure enjoyment.
Fuck, you okay? Dude, fucking Ghost Rider. Watch the cactus, watch the cactus. Bike went there and I was off the side of it and did the flip and roll over here. And bike went there and took the cactus out.
Cactus hunter.
Got some horns.
All right, guys.
Cabo's just over that hill.
Yeah. 1.5 miles down, 180 to go.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep the rubber side down.
I'm catching the gnarliest fucking spider webs. That look like our turn?
Come to Baja. My impression was like, well, hell yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. Am I having fun?
So Carlin, you run out of gas.
Okay, I'm having a lot of fun, but I have to make it down to Cabo in one piece to see my son and my wife, and I'm on full-on survival mode.
I love the guy like a brother. I always get a kick out of pushing him because he seems to be very conservative and very worried, always.
Okay, in the middle of Baja, we ran out of gas.
We spent a good hour trying to find a road, which is what he calls a road. It's not really a road. The term road is really loosely used in this trip. Right? I just don't know what you guys mean by road. And on the GPS, there's a line. It says, oh, it's a road. No, I'm standing on it. That's not a road. It's like, it's sand, salt, and cactus.
Another adventure for sure.
Got lost, ran out of gas, sat on the side of the road. It was great.
Good day, man.
All these guys that I've ridden with, there's nothing I wouldn't do for them. That's just the way it is, you know. We have a good bond. You do it for the person next to you.
Anytime you're with a group of people doing something, I don't care if it's not your ball of wax, but if they're passionate about it and they're into it, you get into it.
Memories of the joy you gave, probably what you think of. Put them on the shelf to remind me of our love. Bittersweet scent of clean pulled me back into a dream. I made a glass of lemonade. What else could I do? I couldn't drink enough of you. I can't drink enough of you.
There's so much wonder here. You're always surprised. You're always surprised by the people. And usually always leaving, going, man, this is just such a wonderful place.
Karma is crazy.
To look at it from the outside wouldn't really make sense, but it's an internal thing. You know, I deal with my business up there. It's very structured. Every day is a grind. And it starts to wear on you. I don't think I was designed to do that. You know, I work a block from my house, but I feel less lost when I'm really lost out in the desert.
Yeah.
6 days on the road with Big Daddy waiting, they arrived in La Paz, the traditional end of the 1000, in a town filled with memories of those who had challenged the Baja.
This place is cool, huh? Yeah, man. This place is really cool.
130 miles to the end of the peninsula in Cabo San Lucas, reunited with family, time to reflect on a timeless journey.
I found myself on the open road. The sky opened up and took a hold. A freedom I knew when I was a boy. Before the ways of the world chipped away at my joy.
Baja never changes and is always different. It's a bond, an adventure of a lifetime. Because sometimes you have to get away to find yourself. My dad taught me that.
I guess guys would throw a leg over the bike for different reasons. Some say you might be a little masochistic. Some say you just love being on two wheels. You love being out in the wilderness, the middle of nowhere. I think for each one of us, it's a different calling. I've been thinking on this trip every single day that I didn't want the ride to end. I've been enjoying it more and more, looking around more and more, taking a big deep breath. It's something about going through a tough time and pushing yourself and pushing others and relying on these other people that create these very, very strong bonds. You come down here with people you hardly know and you leave a band of brothers.
Drunk on tequila in the old ghost town. It's God's country and the devil's playground. It's good for your heart, it's good for your soul. And the view from Lajitas will never grow old. The view lajitas will never grow old.